I'm sliding down in my chair.
It's my clear Budweiser. Head for the mountains of wrong
That's
company.
Bush. All right,
I was trying to be funny and I was wrong.
Is this an outtake or are we doing it?
Sure, I'll take.
Okay.
It's recording.
Yeah, my dog's trying to hump a toy. That's the noise that we keep hearing.
Yeah, so if you hear scratching and the occasional, "Woo," that's the dog.
Yeah, she's trying to hump a little toy. It's kind of funny.
All right, on that note, welcome back to another edition of Sling Paint Gaming.
Hey, it's list edition again.
Yes, so CharlesV sent us two lists. They are pretty much identical lists with some small modifications in between them. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to break down both of his lists, and then we're going to go over the first list, and then we'll talk about the second list. They're not too far different, so I didn't want to do two videos for it because I think we can fit both into one video and just explain the differences. But down in the comments, or I should say in the description below, I will have both lists listed so you guys can see what the differences are. All right, so the first setup here is, or I should say the first setup that he has is it's a shuttle, it's a TIE Advance, and an Interceptor. Basically, it's Omicron, Vader, and Soontir. So, and it's the same for both lists. It's just changing out some of the cards in between.
Yep.
So for Omicron, he's just basically got the Palp. He's got Palpatine on the Omicron, and that's it, nothing else.
Yep, bare bones.
Bare bones, which is probably that ship's going to fly in the background and just sit there and just use the Empress
Just
ability.
change dice.
Right. Next, he's got Vader. All right, so he's got Vader in a TIE Advance, power skill value 9, and Vader's ability, which is awesome, to perform 2 actions during the action phase. He's got Predator, advanced targeting computer, because of the TIE X1 card, and also engine upgrade. So that is, to me, I think is the normal setup that you see Vader now being equipped with, especially with the TIE X1 cards being released.
Very, very familiar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which, and if anybody knows, Predator allows you to reroll at least one attack die. Advanced targeting computer is a free crit as long as you have a target lock on the defender. And the engine upgrade is your boost, and the TIE X1 allows you to get a system upgrade, which in this case is the advanced targeting computer. And then he's got a TIE Interceptor, Soontir Fel.
Yep, with Push the Limit, which is pretty standard for Soontir.
Right.
And Stealth Device, so which increases your agility value by 1 until you're hit, and then you have to discard
the
it.
card. Yep.
So he's adding a little bit of defensive capability to Soontir there.
Right.
Push to the Limit, of course, he's getting double actions. Triple if you add in the focus that you get when you get stressed out from Push to the Limit. So very typical Soontir build.
Yep.
Pretty typical Vader build, but it's nice to see it paired with a shuttle.
And he says here in this thing, he goes, hey guys, these are my 2 lists. One is giving Vader, Predator, an engine upgrade, which is the one we just did, but sacrificing Fel's double mod. He goes, the other I feel more comfortable with is basically the one with this,
The other one we're about to get
double
into.
mod.
Yep.
So he goes, I was wondering if you could dissect them and let me know which one I should run. I got a tournament on Saturday, so any help would be awesome.
Well, hopefully
Yeah.
that might have been today. So sorry that we took a little bit longer.
Yeah. We get a lot of lists, and we love reviewing lists. And I do them in the order I receive them, just so you know. So as we receive them, I try to release the video in the same order. So do know it's not like I'm trying to put one list in front of the other. And
Charles, let us know how it went.
Yes,
send us a
comments
message
below.
So maybe it'll line up with what we talked about.
All right. So the other build is basically giving Soontir Fel Push the Limit, Stealth Device, Autothrusters in the Royal TIE Guard. So basically, and he's substituting, and if I'm looking at this side by side here,
so he's dropping engine upgrade off of Vader.
Right.
And he's adding
Stealth Device to Vader.
Yep.
And then basically we're adding Autothrusters with those 2 points and the Royal TIE Guard, which is 0 points, to Soontir. And we're going to show both lists up here.
Yeah.
So I'm actually okay with the second list. I think you were right on your hunch. Run the second list because it gives Soontir's double mod ability, which you have Autothrusters and the Stealth Device.
Yeah.
And then Predator with Stealth Device, I think is fine too. Yeah, you don't get the boost action.
I kind of like having the boost with Vader.
Oh, you do?
That's just me.
'Cause if I had Vet Instincts on this and boost Vader up to an 11, then I probably might want to see boost on it.
Yeah.
I'm actually, I can go either way with it. I mean, both lists are great.
And it's such a subtle difference, honestly, between these two lists.
And I'm always I see Soontir Fel because you kind of have to have Autothrusters because of the turreted ships. That's why, the biggest thing is outside the firing.
Yeah, not having any shields. You're squishy.
Yeah. So I do like the second list. I do prefer the second list with Soontir having Autothrusters because of that ability, because he has no shields. But I'm game either way. I mean, as long as you, again, this is with any list, you practice. I mean, as long as you get better at it, you figure out your strengths and your weaknesses, and then you just keep playing it. That's how we play. You keep, I mean, I play, we talked about the Hound list that I put together. I played that at least, I want to say 7-8 times, and you make tweaks along the way, and you figure out what works and what doesn't work. But you keep practicing, and then once you get comfortable with lists, that's when you go to the store championship and you do the same exact thing. Don't change it up because you're at a store championship.
Yeah.
We go this with everybody. I mean, I think if you have the jousters, you have the turrets,
Arc Dodgers,
and then the swarms. Those are pretty much your type of list that you play. As long as your list can handle and maintain, and you can play against any of those one of those 4 different types of setups. And know how you're going to attack and use your strategy for each of those setups, either list I think will do fine. I'm partial probably to the second list with giving Soontir Autothrusters, again, because we use the word squishy all the time. He is squishy. He doesn't have no shields. But I'm either list.
Yeah, I mean, either one's really, really fine. I mean, honestly, because you're just switching out, a little bit of maneuverability on
from
Vader.
Yeah. But you give him some Vader ability. You give him some protection to Vader with a stealth device, and with 3 dice, normally agility, and you're adding a 4th one. I mean, that you're giving a lot of protection to Vader, which is nice because if you can keep Vader alive, he's nasty with his double actions. An advanced targeting computer, basically, you're chucking 3 dice. You're getting free crit. No, I think I would keep everything. Charles, like I said, if anybody has any comments for Charles, leave them below.
Yep.
Or questions, or how would you play this? How would you fight against this list? What would you focus fire on? What would you attack on? Like for me, I mean, between Palp and Vader, I would go for either one depending on how we line up. Soontir, because of he's squishy, I might save him for last, but I might go for Vader probably more because of the more points. But it all depends on how we line up. I mean,
it's gonna be tougher to kill Soontir and Vader in the end game because of that maneuverability, though.
Yeah.
So you might want to focus on them while you've got the ships to focus on.
Yeah, if you're jousting, you're lined up across from each other, and you're about to go joust, I would definitely focus fire all my actions on Vader or Soontir. And depending on where the shuttle is going to line up first with with Emperor Palpatine on it. You may want to go after the shuttle. So I mean, it really depends on how you line up.
Yep. I mean, if it was me flying this list, of course, the shuttle is just going to kind of circle the battlefield there.
Yep.
Vader and Soontir are Arc Dodgers, so they're going to try and get in and figure it out.
Yep. All right, if you guys have any questions or comments below, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below in the comments area. And I appreciate it, guys. I mean, what's the normal thing we tell them we're checking us on Facebook? You know that.
Yeah. So
he does.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. If you have, thank you very much. Check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/slingpaint.
Yep.
Send us a message on YouTube or on Facebook, either one. One of us will respond. Again, Nims, Berto, thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.